Hey YouTube, what's up? It's Yasha. I I've been doing great. I pray you guys have all been doing well. Also, it's been a while since I last posted a video, and I don't know, I just felt compelled to speak to my viewers and my subscribers. I'm so thankful to have you guys. Just I don't know, just a little chat, just a little goddess chat. Um, I want to just express all the things that I've been dealing with and my direction, and as far as like my brand and like this channel and what I am going to do for 2018. And I just want to like express things that, you know, I feel like a lot of us goddesses and divine femmes, they're the same to me anyway, by the way, have just been like dealing with, as far as like self love and relationships and family and career and all of those things that pretty much go into like a big bubble. So I've just been transitioning more and more so into my divinity. I am still practicing celibacy. I applaud myself, I pat myself on the back for that. Um, and I've just, I just wanted to touch on that because I just cannot express how important it is for me, and I'm sure many of you who are watching this, the importance of celibacy. Um, it just literally is one of those things that I feel like every girl should try because being celibate will literally just like X X the fuck all the fuck boys like off of your shit, like, even the ones that you think ride for you. And I think that my biggest lesson um, this year, as it already began so far, has just been I have been literally continuing um, losing people in my life that I, thought were in my life for a certain reason, and then it just turned out that they weren't. And I've just recently, you know, I have my ups and downs. It's been a struggle because a lot of people think that just because I'm a spiritual person that I am always positive and I'm always going to be able to keep that torch, and people gravitate towards me a lot just because my I guess of my light. And although I do enjoy helping people and doing what I can, because it feels good to me, it's all throughout. For the last couple of months, I've just been dealing with a lot of balancing and getting my equilibrium right because I've just been so drained emotionally, sometimes physically, and lately uh, there's just been so many new energies literally coming through, and a lot of people experiencing like the dark night of the soul. And it's a lot of crazy shit coming out, a lot of deceit coming to surface, and it has been occurring for the last couple of months. But personally, in my life, um, I've been learning more in depth about the people that are around me, and I just had to really just recently come to terms with life and say fuck it. I'm an empath. I'm a light worker. I'm a healer, and I enjoy helping people. But I've learned that even though it's, I help people, I have to realize that those same people are not always going to help you back. There are going to be people who, just continue to take and take and take from your energy source, and they're too lazy to, work on themselves and get their own light. Everyone has a light in them. And lately, I've just come to terms with the fact that it's okay not to give a fuck. Um, I feel like my energy nobody's energy is more important than mine. And I've just been dealing with so much shit. I guess I'm not really sure like where I'm going with this video. And so if you guys fuck with me, then that's dope. It's more of a venting um, video for me. And if you guys could comment, if this touches you in some type of way, then please comment. I would love to have a discussion. It's just been so hard for me to find individuals who are like myself. Um, I guess I'll put it into, let's talk about, let me organize this shit, right? Um, as far as my career, I'm an entrepreneur. I recently just been dealing with, I literally have been living in two dimensions, two different dimensions. We have third dimension, this earth plane that's transitioning to the fifth dimension, and myself mentally, my higher self, I'm already there. And sometimes it's all gravy. Like I'm just going with the flow, happy, breezy. Things happen, people bitch at me, and I'm just like, you know what, it's life, it's not that deep, and I move on. But recently, with these new waves of energies coming through, this is like a magenta energy coming through right now. Um, a lot of people are experiencing the dark night of the soul at the moment. A lot of people want to kill themselves. A lot of people are just acting out. And, like the school shooting that has recently happened is a prime example. And a lot of other shootings that have been occurring, and just people doing crazy shit, out of the ordinary things. And people in my life, even that I haven't even expected to do crazy things, to, condescending things, people in my life personally. Then, that's my pet. I think he just farted. But anyway, there's just been a lot of crazy people just doing crazy things. And as far as my career, I've been dealing a lot with my own dark night of the soul, trying to figure out, what's my next move and where I'm going with my, my business. And then I'm having to deal with the third dimensional plane of like my family, who's not obviously not on the same thought process or the same frequency as me. And, having friends and family try to tell me what I should be doing with my life. And, you know, when things are going good, they're just like all proud of me. And like when I'm going through trials where I'm literally on my last dollar, I have people coming to me on some shit like, oh, get a job, just get any job, because having a job will totally help you with your business. And I get that, but it's very difficult to be a light worker, and a light worker on such a higher, I don't, I'm not trying to make myself seem like I'm better than anyone in any type of way. It's just, I am so sensitive to energies at this point that and it's also difficult for me to, I'm just getting into the habit of learning how to balance myself, and literally connect my mind and my heart on the same level. So I feel like usually all of the jobs that are offered to me are behind those jobs. I can just already sense bullshit. I can already sense deceitful people and fakeness. And then the jobs that I have applied for that I really did want, even those people I've had, for example, I was put on to a job. I literally got the job. Um, you know, it's nightlife, bartending job. And, I was told that I got the job. I was even, they even, this individual even told me, like, oh, we need you as a lead. We need you full time. And um, I went to with her to go meet her boss, which was really actually kind of weird because the way that she was handling things, I thought that she was top notch boss, but that's neither here nor there. As soon as I met her boss is Asian, and I literally walked in the door to meet him. He was the last person that I was supposed to meet, and the vibes just said that he thought that I was not good enough for the job, not based on my credentials, because obviously I'm overqualified for the job. I feel like any job I get at this point, I'm overqualified for. Let's be clear about that. That's another reason why I have difficulty staying committed in a job, because I know my worth. Um, but yeah, I felt a lot of racist tension from him. You know, like he didn't want someone like of my caliber behind his bar. And I don't ever want to take race there, because I've personally never dealt with racism like in my face. It's more been so like vibes, but the vibes usually have never been that strong. And you know, her body language even seemed to get more tense and nervous. And I just thought it was weird because, you know, prior to that, I've met her like twice. I've emailed her, I've texted her, and it's just been all like cool, like she's handling shit. You know what I'm saying? So I really, you know, thought that we had connected. But as soon as that meeting happened, I said, you know what, to myself, I said, I know. I would hope to think, I would hope that she wouldn't be the fake person that I'm feeling like she's going to be. Because I could tell you right now, I knew at that moment, like as soon as that little brief meeting was over, I just was like, she's not going to give me this job. And Lord and behold, she had told me when I left, she said, oh, I'm gonna text you in 2 days and let you know, when your training starts and blah, blah, blah. And like, we got the uniforms together and we'll let you know. And I have not heard back from that bitch. It's been like a month and a half and I have not heard back from her. I emailed her only because my mother told me it was professional enough, at least on my end, to, email her and see like what's been going on. And I emailed her a nice letter saying, hey, so and so, like, I'm just checking to see, like, the position, what's going on. Like, I know that the club isn't open yet, but as far as training, can you let me know, when those are being held? I emailed this hoe like 3 weeks ago, and I have yet to hear back from her, but she's steady on Instagram posting. So I just want to use that as an example of just how I'm just not here for the bullshit, and things like that. When things like that happen, it pushes me because I'm just like, you know what? I literally do not think I am built to work for anyone anymore. I literally can't. Like I soak knowledge up like a sponge. I'm not Diddy or anyone. I'm not like, Jay Z or anyone like that's what business mindset like that yet, but I am on that route. I'm en route to that shit. And it's just like when I work my ass off for my business and I go through struggles every so often because it is my own business. I've only been self employed for like 2 years. So anyone with a business knows that there are highs and there are lows. And when I have family and friends, kind of like telling me like, oh, you should just pretty much get a job. And I'm like, I can't get a job because it's either I have to focus on one thing or another. I do a lot of things. I never put my eggs in one basket. You know what I'm saying? Like I have my business where I do fashion production for different designers and I make custom pieces for people. I have my own brand that I'm working on, that's going to be filled with clothes, and I love candle making and I love herbal remedies, and I'm also a healer, so I do tarot card readings, and I do a lot, and to me, to get another job, to get a legit job, okay, yeah, a couple $100s a week is good, I suppose, for the additional bills that I have. But people in the matrix, they don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? Like as soon as I go on an interview and people ask me like, tell me about yourself, and then I tell them about myself, and I'm like, oh well, I'm a fashion designer, and right now, I'm doing this and da da da, and they're looking at me like they're either gonna look at me like, ugh, she's not going to have time to work here 40 hours or whatever, because that's not bullshit. Even if they want you part time, your ass is still probably going to be doing like overtime. That's how they do. But they either look at me like that, or they're just like, um, you think you know a lot, so you're going to try to come from my job. And that's just where I'm at with that. So, needless to say, I've been dealing with a lot of that and tug of war, mind wars with myself, because there are days where I want to quit. And there are days where I'm like, no, I'm the best shit out here. Like, there's no one really doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what I've been dealing with as far as like career. And it's just been super difficult. And for this channel, I just genuinely wanted to have structure. I thought I knew the direction I wanted to go into, but you know, through my ascension process, I want to be able to really give you guys all of the information that I can give you, and it's just really difficult to do that if my shit isn't together. So, for anyone going through the same things that I'm going through, don't give up. Like, just keep pushing. I literally have to tell myself today that I want to quit, but what am I going to do? You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing out there that I would like to do. I don't like answering to people because most of the people that are managers and supervisors or top notch, whatever the hell they do, they're people who didn't get that chance to be in control. And I feel like once they get control, they just do the most. And I just can't vibe out that way. So lately, I've just been like working on my own, continuing to work for other people as far as like assisting them with their brands. And I've just been in the mood to just be a nomad and literally travel. So that's something that I'm just trying to manifest at the moment is literally just being able to be blessed enough to travel and work at the same time. So you guys pray for me. That's something that I've just been working on heavy. Now, as far as like my love life, uh, like I don't have one. Trust has been extremely hard for me lately because being celibate, it just like I said, it X's off all the fuck boys, and I've been dealing with fuck boys. I recently got out of a relationship with a narcissist. I always had an idea that he was a narcissist, but he literally is a narcissist, and we broke it off, and he's totally unbothered. And I was really hurt because he said a lot of things to me that kind of fucked me up a little bit because I don't know what I did for him to act out that way. So, long story short, I was in a long distance relationship with someone I've known for a very long time. And it's been difficult because he wasn't really on track with me being celibate, but he still acted like he was supportive. And I am at this point where the next man that I want, I just want him to be a king. I don't want to be in a relationship with anyone and have to like teach them, you know, teach them the things that I know. I don't, I don't want to get into a relationship to change some dude's life. I feel like if I meet someone, then he should be able to teach me things, but I should also be able to teach him things. But I need him to be like on the same level as me. You know what I'm saying? And that just has not been the case. And I'm not really sure if that can be the case. Um, it sounds like I'm kind of just like negative about it, but it's just been so difficult. But this one particular guy, I really did see a future with him, and um, I told him straight off the bat, like, I know how you are. He has a persona of an alpha male, but he is not even close to a man. Um, he used to really pretty much be a hoe, and he's been trying to convince me that he's not. So, long story short, I haven't really been on social media like that for the last couple of months, let alone like Instagram. And I went on Instagram and it turned out he's in a whole relationship. Um, with one of his best friends that he told me were just, they were ended up having, it's getting super dark. Hold on a second. So I hope that's better. I had to turn the light on. But it turned out, he had a best friend that he was in a relationship with, turned out to be in a real relationship with. He convinced me somehow that they were just, stop scratching yourself, that they were just smash buddies, and that they understood um, the lines. So when he told me that, I was just looking, I kind of looked at it like, red flag, because you ain't about to pull that shit on me. So it was, it was still kind of like, whatever. But he said he's changed, so I said, you know, all I need you to do is keep it real with me. I keep it real with you all the time. Um, if you want to be in an open relationship, I'm down with that because I'm celibate and I know a dude have needs. Now, I'm not all for that shit with, a dude messing with females, but it's like a man is gonna be a man. You feel me? So it's like I was on some real G shit with it. I was like, listen, I'm celibate. If you want to smash females, you do you. But you know this. I'm gonna know um, if you're smashing somebody if I come to you face to face. And if that's the case, then it's gonna take a while for you to get it. Because I don't. I truly believe that. Well, if you're watching this, we all know that sex is a very spiritual. Denim. Sex is a very um, spiritual experience, and when you mesh with someone, you take on the traits of that person. So I don't know the girl that's his best friend, but I do know I didn't want that energy up in here. Look at this guy. Get down. Anyway, so sorry, I really had to tell him to go sit down. He's gonna be annoying. But anyway, so pretty much I went on his Instagram and I seen that they were in a relationship, and I cannot even tell you how hurt I was. It wasn't the fact that he was in a relationship because, well, no, it was the fact that he was in a relationship. It was the fact that he lied. And I've asked him multiple times, like, just be real with me. Let me know your moves. That's all. I let you know my moves, you let me know your moves. So it's like, it just wasn't right. It just wasn't fair. And, this is a guy that I was talking to, like, I mean, guys talk a lot of shit about how they like, you're the only one, they love you, and they want to marry you and do all these great things for you and put a baby in you and all that shit. Yeah, he was talking all that junk. I mean, was I really for it? Yeah, whatever. But I mean, the fact that you say things like that and then you turns out you're in a whole relationship with someone else, but this isn't even the real part. So I had called him because I'm at the point in life where I don't have time for misconstrue anything through texts. I don't have time for fake shit. I like to get to the source. So I called him. He said he was with family at brunch. I said, cool. Call me back. Um, it was 2 hours and he still hadn't called me back. Like, at this point, though, I was quite petty. I liked the pictures that he posted of the bitch on Instagram. So at that point, he knew what it was. And 2 hours had went by and he did not call me back. In fact, he didn't. I feel like he wasn't going to call me back. And I had ended up texting him maybe like 9 hours later that night. And I just said something super positive. I said, you know what? I'm not going to curse him out. I'm going to end it and I'm going to do it in a loving way. So I pretty much told him I was vulnerable. I said, you really hurt me and I need you to know that. And all I ever asked of you was for you to keep it real with me and to be a man about your moves. And you've proven to me today that you cannot do that. Um, I'm tired of going back and forth with you. I have no time to waste. And I truly wish you and so, Turbo Thought, because she knows about me, the best. I didn't say Turbo Thought, I said her name. I truly wish the best for you guys. If she's doing something for you that I couldn't do, that's what's up. He never responded. And that really fucked with me. And that's when I was like, damn, like you didn't even have the decency to say sorry or anything. So I had texted him the next day and I said, wow, you are really not a man. And long story short, there was a lot of exchange of words. Homegirl got involved, and I said, you know what? I'm not even about to argue with you because you're not worth my time. So I did it that. Um, she pretty much was on some ego stuff, like, oh, I stole your man type thing. And I was like, we are too grown to be going through things like this. Like, sis, if you want him because he's like your best friend, then do your thing. Like, he has no respect for women. He never has. And I doubt that you're going to be the last stop on his fucking train to hell. So I told her good luck and protect her coochie. And I just left it at that with her. And I blocked her and I blocked him. And that's just where I'm at now. I learned from this experience that it's always just best to really, really listen to your intuition. And my intuition already had told me. So I wasn't even surprised. I said, you know what? I'm going to visit my lower self today because there's a balance and I'm not feeling good. And ever since then, I feel like maybe me putting in that, even that little penny of energy, sincerely, like, drained me a bit. So I've just been a little drained. So I spent the day recuperating and just meditating. And I totally felt compelled to, ta da, drop this. So this was a pretty great vent for me. And I don't know what you guys can take from it, but know that at this time, like, just trust yourselves, love yourselves, forgive yourselves. I forgave myself for being petty. I forgave myself for even giving people time. And truly continue to protect your energy because these times that we are going through right now are very crucial. It's either or. It's either you live in your ego self or you learn to not live in your ego self. And I feel like the people who are going to try to set that resistance and live in their ego selves, I feel like they're going to be really damaged. They're going to be affected in a very dramatic way. And I truly pray for them because um, a lot of people I feel like are starting to wake up and it's abruptly because of like all of the things that's been going on in the world. And a lot of people aren't going to be ready for it. A lot of people aren't ready for it. That's why so many people want to like commit suicide because they're realizing the really realities of situations and of people and just feelings of fulfillment. And it's just a really really eerie time, a really loving time and a really eerie time. So I'm not sure when the next time I'm going to post. I'm not even going to flex like I do. I do it as spirit guides me. um, I haven't really been doing like readings for the concept conscious collective in a while. I feel like I want to go another direction with that. I've actually been wanting to focus more on my own intuition than the cards. So I gave like my cards to my baby sister because she's on her path as well, and I feel like those would have been like super beneficial for her. And I also just wanted to focus on my own intuition to do reading, not readings, of course, intuitive readings. So once I really feel secure in that, then I'll definitely continue to do those. But yeah, I miss putting out videos and I miss everyone's love and comments. You guys really move me in the deepest of ways. And I just want to tell you guys to keep pushing. And I love you and spread the light no matter what. If you're dealing with anyone in a sick relationship, get out of it. It's not worth it. A lot of timelines are changing, a lot of timelines are collapsing. I'm losing a lot of things that I've tried to hold on to, whether it's like literally material possessions. I just decided like I've lost a lot of material possessions that I've had since I was like a kid, and mementos from like old relationships and things like that. And I'm also losing people that have been in my life for a certain amount of time. But I truly feel like it's worth it. And I feel like nothing but good can come from it because it's like if someone isn't, you only attract the people you're aligned to. So if you're on a higher vibrant, if you're vibrant as fuck and you're on a high frequency, this is the time where you're gonna be the people that you lose, the things that you lose, just no longer serves your purpose, and it, it's just what you have to realize. I don't want to realize it, but I'd rather be single and my heart protected than faking like I'm happy just for what, I'd rather struggle and reach my success than be depressed and drained by someone else that's getting their success working for them. You know what I'm saying? I would rather use my energy to make my own money, not money for somebody else. So do what feels right for you. And that is my quote. That's my mantra for this whole video. Just do what you do for you, do for yourself. Be selfless and be selfish. There has to be a balance, it has to be 50-50. You can't help other people if you can't help yourself. All right. So I love you guys. Comments. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me. All of that shit is probably going to be in the description box below. I love you. And until next time, namaste.